There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Rebels headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They give it to him again. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, in the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with it.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you.
Snags it, and he's open. Ripping through the defense. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Here's a give to Washington. Plows through the defense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Complete to the left. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Here's a give to Washington. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on third down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. Slams ahead for a yard out from the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Powers inside. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Taken down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd down, here's Baxter. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, I know it took their defense a second to get the ball back for the O after that last drive, but now their offense is kind of doing the same thing. They're now playing keep away. Really good job there on 3rd down, handing it off, understanding where the first down marker is, everybody executing, and now you got an opportunity to keep this thing going. You're thinking pay dirt. You're thinking touchdown here.
And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. Running right, it's Baxter. Turning it on. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Sends it back in motion. The fake and wants to throw. Buys time to his left. Left side is Odom. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go with the football that time. Great job by the defense watching the QB's eyes. And how about tackling the catch? He wasn't able to throw it deep down the field, but as soon as the guy made the snag, down he went.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Got a man in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Bruins come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Play action, Iamaleava. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunter. Down he goes.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field. But how about the speed of the linebacker? Able to close and make that tackle. That's impressive.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout called. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Trying to take it back. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Send the tight end in motion. Play action on 1st down. Buying time to his right. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
2nd and long here. To the air, it's Bailey. Out wide left, it's Odom. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Push is ahead. Hard running there. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Runs through the tackle. Across the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels. Ready to try the point after.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
On the run from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Imaliava on the play action. Look out! It's dropped after taking the hit. They'll need a bunch on second down. Throwing, Imaliava. He fires one deep over the middle. He's got it on the outside. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Imaliava. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
He wants to throw it again. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Imaliava from the gun on third down. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Imaliava unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Ole Miss calls its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, the defense was in cover 2, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Release to the back. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going deep. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Under pressure. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. The 50. Inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing, Iamaleava. The short hands, it's Jackson. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Moves the pocket. It's Iamaleava. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Unloads it left. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage.
Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the catch down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He stops at the 27-yard line. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Arizona taking on the Houston Cougars.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. He'll get rid of it. Left side is Cook. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Rebels peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Hand off for Baxter. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They go back to C.J. Baxter. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. Breaks into the open. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Baxter. Touchdown, Rebels. And the stomping has commenced. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Play fake, Iamaleava. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Caught, and it's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And I'm not going to... This one's over, man, but once you start to get in the third quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they've built a good deficit.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
From the red zone, it's Johnson. Can't get him to the ground. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running inside. It's Baxter. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to throw, it's Bailey. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Wide receiver going in motion. Needs it here on 4th down. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. The 10. Slippery slide. Finding his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Rush is on. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. Oh, pressure's coming. He'll throw it. Out wide right, it's Cook. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. On first down, it's Baxter again. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Handoff for Baxter. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He's going for it all. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Iamaleava. Looking down the middle. Got his man. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Bruins come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. He slings it deep to the left. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. There he goes. He's at the 30. Inside the touchdown, Rebels. And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Line gets set, first down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch on the left. Running free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bruins.
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Number 91, set to kick this one.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. Rebels offense is back on the field. So they get the ball back after that turnover, and that might well have been the final nail in the coffin for this one. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Rebels decide to punt it away.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. He's going to take off. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Throwing, Iamaleava. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Iamale Alva to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the middle. And he's thrown another interception. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into cut.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UCLA.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. Now the Brain Trust will go to work on both sidelines.
Number 91, set to kick it off.
They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks at it a game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Trying to do it himself. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bruins.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll line up to go for 2. Iamaleava. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's caught for the 2. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. They're all over him. Good job just to get rid of that one.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is even bigger. He'll bring it back looking for help. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here's Iamaleava to throw. He's taking a deep shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
Right side, it's Jackson. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Look out! And he's all bottled up and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.